Well, it's Tuesday. Time to get this cab off here. All out is cutting this emergency brake cable and taking out those 4 cab bolts. Rigging my sling up and hoisting her up in the air. Hopefully it works. I am going to have a little bit of trouble with my clutch cable, clutch rod. I've got to pick up the cab a little bit where I can get under it to get that last cotter pin out. But I was going to show you getting started here. The easiest way to get rid of this emergency brake cable is with a bolt cutter. Right there. So the best way, since I'm going to replace this emergency brake cable, is just cut it. And the easiest way is use a pair of bolt cutters. That is some tough cable. Hacksaw might work, but bolt cutters is much quicker. So that's done. 4 bolts, and I'll show you how that goes. Alright, got 4 cab bolts. This is the front one, and then we got 2 up in the back and another one on the other side of the front. 19mm or 3/4, whichever one you got will fit. This frame's a little bit of surface rust on it, but it don't look like it's rusted through anywhere. Actually, it's pretty good shape, considered it come from Kentucky. But this cab has been replaced, so I'm hoping these bolts will come out. But I don't know if they changed the body mounts out when they replaced it or not, because they are ruined. Whew, watch your eyes. Well, that ain't working. Sometimes you gotta force. Damn, this thing's filthy. So we'll go get a pull hammer. Well, I took a pull handle, 3/4 drive. Got it broke free a little bit, but ended up wringing the bolt off up in the cab, which ain't no big deal since I ain't using this cab anyway. I just hope the rest of them ain't that damn difficult. Well, we'll go back here and try to get these back ones off. Well, we lucked out a little bit. That far back bolt wasn't even in there. I've finally managed to get this front bolt out without wringing it off. But we run into a big snag on this back. The nut that's welded on the inside of the cab has broke free. That's kind of a common problem on these trucks. So one way of getting it out would be to cut out the cab right above there and get something in there to hold the nut. I don't prefer to do that, so take my sawzall and try to cut that bolt off. Well, we got that one off. I jacked up that side a little bit where I could get just enough clearance to get between these square washers they had on top of this thing, between it and the cab. And yeah, it didn't take long to cut through that little old bolt. So now we're ready to sling this thing. If I can get everything hooked up to that. I got the slings rigged up. All I did is run some strap down the edges, and you have to watch out. Be careful not to catch the lip of the fuel tank, because if you do, it's going to get hung up on the fuel tank when you go to pick it up. So this lip right here got to be below the strap. As you can see, maybe that it is below the strap. Alright, I got it picked up enough. I got this clutch rod out, and it's a little bit lopsided. I got good clearance over here, but I ain't got as much clearance over here, of course. Now you gotta remember, this side's gonna be heavier because it's got more stuff on it too. But it appears to be free, and all I gotta do is pick it up a few more feet. It's just enough where I can clear all this gas tank and all back here, and do some last minute checks. Make sure there ain't no ground wires, and so y'all be ready to pull on out from here. Anyway. Yeah, we got all kind of clearances now. So anyway, now we can pull the chassis right from under it, back old flatbed on there, set it right down. Let's do it. Well, that's what she looks like on the trailer. Didn't take long. This trailer's got enough tie down points. I just slung it right in the middle. Just use one. I ain't gonna go very far with it anyway, but with this flatbed, it's perfect. Just lay one of these cabs on, because the way I slung it, there's plenty of clearance up underneath it to get your slings back out from under it. So got the chassis up yonder. Got to roll it back down here and get it in the shed. Work on it. And that'll be the next video. Just trying to get the fuel system straightened out, and the battery cables messed up at the battery. I mean at the starter. So until then, y'all be cool.